Hey everyone, and welcome back to the X-Ring. I hope you're doing well today. Today what we're going to look at is one of my favorite home defense cartridges, and that's 300 Blackout. Stay tuned. All right, so in full disclosure, I do shoot for Cobalt Kinetics, and what I have here is the 300 Blackout pistol, the BAMF. And so this is in my favorite color, which is the OD green. And one of the reasons I like 300 Blackout so much is because of the versatility of the ammunition of being able to shoot subsonics, which is crazy, crazy quiet and still delivering a ton of energy, but still being able to step up to full-powered 300 Blackout. And guys, check that out. With the R² K9, in full disclosure, I do work for Microtech. This was a suppressor I helped develop, and so the package together makes me feel pretty proud. So you guys can see that. The fit, the finish of anything Cobalt is just incredible. They do use the billet upper and lower. This really assists with perpendicularity with the handguard. You're not going to get any type of flexing or anything like that. And you know, I've got this one outfitted with an aim point. It is a pistol, but I also have one in like the sniper gray or the tungsten gray. This one's outfitted with a Trijicon MRO, and it is just a good looking setup. For today, what we'll be shooting is 200 grain cellular and bellow, the subsonic ammunition. We'll shoot some steels. We'll try it at 50 yards and we'll move on back to 100. I'm not going to use any ear pro or anything like that because these things are just incredibly quiet. So let's go ahead and get started. We'll do a couple shots and then we'll hit that spinner over there and we'll start off at about 25 yards. All right guys, so I just received this today in the mail fresh from St. George, Utah. And one of the first things I like to do is test and make sure I get a full last round bolt hold. So I'm going to put one round in there. Another thing I do is always mark my 300 Blackout magazines with some type of tape or something, just so I don't get it confused with 223. You don't want to make that mistake. So what we'll do is we'll just make sure we get one round and get a last round bolt hold. One round. Here we go. There it is. Let's do it again. So I'm going to do this a couple times to make sure that I do have a reliable platform. All right, and go. Guys, me shooting the steel is so loud compared to the actual report of the round itself. Just because of that, I'll just send one into the dirt. So here we go, just sending one into the dirt. And I am wearing a lapel mic. It's one of the Rode mics, so we do have full lockback every time. Let's try to do some double taps with this on the steel just to see what the follow-ups are like. But guys, my daughter shoots this. You know, the home defense gun is always a 300 Blackout. It's just, they have incredible penetration. So here we go. All right, pulled that last one down. Let's try it again. Here we go, nice double tap follow up. And we're at about 30 yards right now. Let's go ahead and try it on the gray one, see what we get with that. See what happens. All right, so now we have the gray one set up, full length configuration on the suppressor, Trijicon MRO. I am more of a fan of the aim point than I am the MRO because I do get a little bit of what looks like power or magnification out of the MROs. I know that they've addressed that a little bit, but let's see if we get locked back on this one. Here we go. Lock back. All right, the other thing is this one does have a two-stage match trigger in it, so it feels a little differently. Lock back. All right, we'll try some double taps on this before we move it back to 50. All right. Yeah, that two-stage trigger, I'm actually a little slower with it. Let's try that again. Let's try not to outrun my finger there. A little better. All right, let's go on back to 50. You know what, let's go ahead and see if we can spin that spinner. See how much energy these things have. I'll go ahead and put about 4 or 5 rounds in here. All right, I think you guys can see it from that angle. So here we go. Try the double tap on the bottom first. And that is all the way over. All right, let's go back to 50. All right, so now we're at 50 yards. And you know, one of the questions I get asked a lot is, for a home defense firearm, do you want to shoot suppressed or do you want to shoot non-suppressed? This is a hot topic and I've always avoided it. You know, a lot of people say, I don't want it suppressed because I want everybody to hear it. I want them to hear chaos and thunder going on in the house. I'm not of that mindset, and it's not because trying to be all sneaky and stealthy and all this other stuff. But almost every time I have grabbed a rifle or a pistol out of defense because something startled me or heard something that was a little off, I've never grabbed my ear protection with it, ear pro with it, you know. With the advent of electronic ears, those can actually boost your hearing ability, but it still doesn't feel natural to me. So for me, just to preserve my hearing so that I can still hear afterwards, I prefer to run suppress for home defense weapons. Home defense should always have a light. Like I said, I just got these, but you should have some type of illumination on it as well. But let's go ahead and get this out of the way. 50 yards, I think I've got a decent zero on it. We'll just go 1, 2, 3. All right, so we'll go man still first. There's 1, 2, 3. Pulled that one just a little off to the left on that top spinner. Good enough. Let's go on back to 100 and see, because remember, with subsonic ammo, you're gonna get a lot of drop. Even though it has a lot of energy, there's a lot of drop going on. But even with these red dots, you should be able to hit it at 100 without any issues. All right, so we're at the platform here at 100 yards. You guys realize the platform, I've shot from here many times. But even on that third IPSC, I should be able to aim right at the head and still have a center mass body shot. So let me go ahead and see if I can do this. Here we go. There's one. Let's go for the bottom double spinner, or let's go for the bottom spinner. Yeah, so even at 100. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna shoot one into the dirt. I'm gonna miss it off target so you can hear how quiet this is. Here we go. Crazy, crazy quiet. Love it. Back at 100. And we get locked back. Tough to beat that at 100. All right, guys, so we are at about 80 yards right now, and there is a mud puddle right here, and I'm in clean clothes, but you know, I don't like pretty guns. I like guns that work, that are functional, that I can rely on. This is why I always use aim points for most of my defensive stuff. So what we're gonna do is, let me go ahead and close it. Let me go ahead and fire a round at, like I said, this is gonna be about 90 yards. Okay, so I've just put the safety on. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna keep the muzzle this way so it'll be safe. I really don't wanna get crazy muddy. And to be realistic, what I'm gonna do is close the door here. I'm just gonna throw this in the mud puddle like this, and we're gonna get up really close here. So, you know, is it realistic? I don't know, but you got adverse conditions. Whatever the case is, you always wanna make sure that your muzzle's clear down here. You wanna make sure that you don't have anything. I'm not muzzling myself or anything. This is all clear. Might actually be quieter, but you know, I'm really gonna try to get this thing in the mud, dirty. Make sure that we're clear. We've got an opening. Yeah, this is gonna be a nasty mess. So we're gonna have, we'll have the cameraman over here to the side a little bit more, and let's see if we can do this 90 yards. Okay, impact right off the bat. So for this next one, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this, and I'm gonna take the magazine. I'm gonna go ahead and clear that round out like this. So here we go. I'm gonna throw it up as high as I can. We'll see if the camera can focus in on this. Ready? Maybe. let's do it one more time. Let me do it right here in the mud, all right? I'm gonna leave the ejection port open. Wish me luck. All right, so muzzle's clear. We're gonna come up a little closer. And we are solid. I have one more round. I have plenty of rounds in here. Let's just go ahead and just empty the mag out. And we have lock back. We're gonna wash it off. My cameraman has mud all over his face. But guys, you know, could you do this with a more inexpensive rifle? Of course you could. Had no issues. Matter of fact, I think I had another round right here. Let's just load it in here right here. And let's hit that steel. That's at 90 yards, guys. So what we're gonna do is end this video like this. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Let's go wash this thing off with some water, get my face cleaned up because I can tell I got some cold mud on me. And we'll see you soon. All right, so. Look at that, look how pretty that is. Well, I run an aim point, never had one go down on me. Guys, it is a soft platform. MSRP on these is around $24.50. I do believe with the ARs you do get what you pay for. Will this do anything differently than another 300 Blackout AR? No, it's not, but the fit, the finish, the quality is all there. You can see it in the construction. You know, each one of these uppers and lowers is handmade, and it's coming as a complete package from Cobalt. They're still shipping out in about 2 weeks or less. I'm not trying to sell you one, I'm just trying to show you what I shoot and what I prefer, and I think it's a great setup. And even with all that shooting, I'm still holding that titanium R² K9 suppressor. Yeah, it's a great setup. Let's try it with the gray one. We'll call it quits. All right, here's the gray one. Comment below, tell me what your favorite color is. Let's see if we can do this. I have taken my glasses off, but I am 100 yards away. Here we go. Let's go for the bottom one. And let's go for that top one. Oh, pulled that just a hair left. Oh, that little one's tough. It's tough. We got lock back. So guys, check them out, Cobalt Kinetics. I hope you have a great weekend. I'm actually headed out to the Big Daddy Unlimited Epic shoot. Had a lot of commitments there for the R² K9 and for Microtech knives. This is something that was booked well in advance. So we'll be down in Georgia. So if you want to shoot one of these, come on out. I'm gonna have both of these on the table. Even though they're personal guns, you'll have an opportunity to shoot them with the R² K9. So come by, check us out, say hello, and we'll talk to you soon. Have a good one.